structure, that's critical to me. I'm the operator of this machine, and even as the owner-operator of this farm and operating this machine, I still ride it pretty hard, and we've got a lot of rough areas, and probably much different than a lot of parts of the country, and that's where I've had trouble in the past is downtime repairing and rebuilding booms. And so far this machine has held up very nicely. I've had no problems out of the boom so far, and it's done well.
Going down our rows was real smooth, and you just couldn't feel the effect of what the machine will do. So the first thing I did was turn crossways and go crossways over standing cornstalk rows, and then you would start feeling the bouncing in the machine, and you look at the boom, and the boom is just floating, and it's all on oil. The boom itself floats on these accumulators that when it hits an object, the oil goes into the bladder and then back out, and even the wings themselves, when it hits a bounce, it's all floating on oil.
We had a Hagee. The front booms were a wonderful idea in theory, but when it come down to it, if you're putting any kind of liquid fertilizer or nitrogen through it of any description, you were putting it all over your sprayer, and your sprayer continually was coated. And even getting into the cab, if you didn't wear gloves clear into the cab, you touched something that had spray on it. And you get some drift with these on windy days finishing up, but with that particular sprayer, you were spraying everything in front and driving into the spray all day long. And because usually you had to go with like wheel track sprayer, a nozzle right behind the wheel, because the front mounted sprayers, one of their biggest problems was they would have grass or weeds in the wheel tracks. And once you disturb that weed, whether you sprayed it or not, and you get a rain within 12 hours, it didn't soak into that plant, it got washed off. Hence, that's why the front mounted spraying behind you, it just seems to work nicer.